Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. We are back. Let's get it. Let's see what happens today. I'll pull up the charts and then we'll do a little breakdown of what I'm looking at and what I'm thinking. All right, let me share my screen. All right. We are live. All right. Let's see what happened here over the weekend. We got a major gap down again over the Iran USA negative news. Major 400-point gap down on the futures. QQQ opened up well below previous day low, like way below previous day low. And we have this massive gap here. We actually have two massive gaps. We got two massive gaps to play with. First massive gap is the original gap that happened when the ceasefire happened. We have this entire space to fill on the gap side down. This entire space right here. This is all pre-market. And then today we have this massive gap down that we have to fill on the upside. So we're currently retesting the previous day low on Friday. This is the previous day low Friday, and typically the A plus setup is the previous day low retest. And today I let the first 15-minute candle close, and we closed mega bearish underneath previous day low. Okay, we got pre-market high here, pre-market low here. I typically don't like trading in the middle of the pre-market ranges, but the fact that we're retesting previous day low and rejecting previous day low, I like this. I like this 15. I like that 15-minute close that happened below previous day low, which was a massive bearish engulfing candle. So that's obviously showing us that we have weakness. And I also drew this uptrend line in the pre-market to show us, oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. Okay. Let's let this thing settle. Let's see what happens. But so far, I like that uptrend line. I like that we broke and snapped. And I want to see the EMA start fanning out a little bit, because if you guys have seen any of my live streams, you'll see that the EMAs, I want them to start fanning out. But when they're really close together and braided, that's telling me that there's indecision, that we're chopping. So I don't want to be trading chop when the EMAs are just, braided together. I want to see them start spreading out, right? I'll show you guys a good example of a spread out EMA and what it should look like. But it's more like this: the 13, the 48, and the 200. They're spread apart like this, in this order, to the downside and opposite to the upside. But when they're tangled together, I don't like that. And it's not very trustworthy, as you can see here. Look what we're getting here. Wild. Wild. I think that might be news. Of course. This market is led by news right now. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So, Trump, Orange Man must have tweeted something. Oil sliding, market pump, war news for sure. Yeah, this is war news for sure. Because I mean, like, before that, that's looking good. Like, I took this exact same setup on Friday. Nice failure retest of the 200, and then we rode it all the way down to our next zone. But like this, yeah. So let's see. Oh my god. Of course. Iranian officials are studying abandoning uranium enrichment as a US condition for ending the war. There you go. Of course. Of course. Never ends. These catalysts never ends. Wow. Okay. So crazy times. Crazy, crazy times. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Typically, I don't want to trade the first 15 minutes ever, and I don't. And then I like to usually give it another couple minutes to confirm a direction. And that's why we avoid the pain. We avoid the pain, right? If we shorted that all quick, we would have just got our faces ripped off big time. So let's see what happens. I like that reclaim, but I want to see if it's real. I want to see what happens here. I want to see what happens. Pull this bad boy up so we can see them all. See what sets up. Okay. All right. So IWM 15-minute. We need a nice closure above previous day low, and that goes across the board. We want a nice 15-minute closure above our level. We don't want to rush into this, right? Because this could just be some random spike with no continuation. Again, I want to see the EMAs fan out. I want to see this thing confirm. If this thing doesn't confirm, I'm not going anywhere. So I'd rather wait for the first 15-minute candle closure above or below our level. Okay. We got 6 minutes left on this, and I want to see how this does. Because look how important the first 15-minute candle is, the second 15-minute candle, and ultimately the closure of the 15-minute candle is if right now we take this long on that big spike above our level and we don't wait for the first 15-minute candle to close, this might be a prime example of what happens when you rush into the trade and you don't let that confirmation come in. Okay, let's see what happens. But I'm not going in here unless the first 15-minute or this 15-minute candle confirms. I'm not doing it. And this could be a prime example of a fake out sweep, right? We saw it so many times on Friday. Friday was like a prime example of that. Just a big sweep, wick, failure. Big sweep, wick, failure. And then finally the move came in. Finally the move was obvious when it was obvious. But these dojis and like look at this SPY doji. This is telling me indecision, right? This is better because we tapped previous day low and we failed below. But this is nothing. Like this is just a 15-minute doji. But let's see. Let's see if this 15 can close above our level, and then we'll dial in to the upside gap fill. That's going to be my play today. I want to see us close above previous day low. I want to see the EMA start fanning out, and then I want to retest the yellow line, which is the 13 EMA, and then we'll play that gap fill upside. Maybe we'll even get a previous day high break and retest. Okay, so I'll write out my scenarios here. Let's see. All right. So we got scenario one. Scenario number one. Scenario number two. Sorry. Scenario number three. Scenario number two. And I'll explain what I'm thinking with these scenarios here. Okay. Scenario one, we got the 15-minute close above, right? We want the 15-minute close above, scenario one. And then we want to play the upside gap fill, scenario one. Scenario two, The 15-minute fakes everybody out, wicks above that level, fail back below, previous day low, EMA start fanning out, and then we take that all the way down to pre-market low and below. Scenario 3, we get mega strong, break above previous day high, and we take that to the upside. These are our 3 scenarios that I want to see play out today. These are the only trades of the day today. This is it. So let's see how this plays out. But I want to see a 15 candle close. So far, it's looking like it's holding, but I've seen this so many times before. It's looking great, looking like it's holding, and then slam. Trap a bunch of longs, and then the patient ones make money to the downside, or vice versa. I used to get mega FOMO here. Like this FOMO would be so real before, not very long ago, and I would want to just slam this. I would just want to slam this so hard because I see a hold. I don't want to miss the move. But the reality is you don't miss the move. You don't miss the move because after the initial hold and surge, it has to retest. It always has to retest. You never miss the initial move. Like, yeah, you can get the best R on the initial move, but it's just a lower probability trade. So I'd rather quote unquote miss it and be late than be super early and just take a loss for no reason, right? I don't want to be small size on these trades. I want to have a starter. I want to be half in, and then I want to add to that position, and then I want to add potentially once more on a nice hold and consolidation. I don't want to just be one shot all in and then it faked me out and then go after it fakes me out. I don't want to do that. I like to start piecing into my position. I like that a lot because it gives me maneuverability. It lets me be nimble. I can let it go down on me a little bit and let it confirm if it's going to fail or not, as opposed to just being full size. And then I'm just too much size, so I can't let this thing, consolidate on me. I don't want to be doing that. So let's see what happens. IWM is looking strong. Dialing in a little bit on IWM. Same sort of game plan there. Scenario 1, 2, and 3 above previous day high. So IWM is looking pretty good. I like that. This is pretty nice. IWM. Okay, we got 1 minute left on this 15 across the board. We have 1 minute left across the board. The 15-minute, it will confirm across the board here. So let's see what happens. This is looking pretty good. Let's pull that in. I like that. 15-minute confirmed. Look at that confirmation. Like there's no confusion whether this 15-minute has confirmed or not. There's no wick at the top. It's all body, pure strength. Love that. That's what I want to see. That's the 15 that I want to see across the board. Okay. And like, yeah, cool. We could have gotten here, but lower probability trade. So it's all good. I want to see these EMAs. See that EMAs are starting to fan out? That is showing me that there is direction. There is momentum. I like this momentum here. This momentum is looking good. All right. I think we might be getting a play here. Here we go. Let's dial it in. Let's dial it in. Looking good. I like it. Now IWM is going, wow, that's strong. Look at that strength. So we got the gap fill already on IWM. So let's see what happens here. That is clean though. Look how clean IWM is. This is nice. All right, we got some strength in the market. We got some strength. All right, let's dial it in here. Let's see what we want to do. Okay, so 15-minute confirmed. Obviously, beautiful 15-minute confirmation across the board. IWM is already at the zone, already gap filled, or already at previous day high. So there's going to be resistance at previous day high. But let's see what happens here with the Qs and SPY. This is beautiful. So, like I was saying about the EMAs, now the 15-minute confirmed, right? 15-minute big time confirmed above our level. So we got that confirmation candle. We switch to the 2-minute now because we want to dial in our entry. Okay, the 15-minute confirmed direction. We broke and closed above our level. Now we got scenario one playing out. Okay, I like the scenario one play. Now we want to see the EMA start fanning out. You see how the 13 EMA is getting really strong to the upside? The 48 EMA is starting to follow the purple line, and then the 200 is starting to follow underneath. This is the EMA system that I like to follow, and I want to see them fan out the way they're fanning out. Now, I want to see price come back in and retest this 13 EMA. I want to see a hold above this level and then a continuation to the upside. That's going to be the play that I'm looking for to go long this morning. And we're going to be looking for that gap fill play. Hasn't quite gap filled yet. So let's see what happens. See what happens. No chasing, no rushing. SPY coming back in. SPY, exact same scenario on SPY as Qs. Literally the exact same thing. But let's see what happens because if SPY fails big time below our previous day low zone, I don't like that. I don't want to see I don't want to see that. I need confluence between the two. I don't want to see SPY below and failing previous day low while Qs is above. I don't want to see that. I want to see us a hold. I want to see us hold. But let's see what happens here. It's looking strong. It's looking really strong. Let's see what SPY wants to do here. Let's see if SPY wants to give us a nice retest right at our zone. Let's see. Not rushing into this yet. I want to see a nice retest right around here. I want to see a nice retest like this. That's what I want to see. Then I want to see the EMA come into us right here like this. Just like this. That's what I want to see. Oops. All right, let us start here. Let us start here with a 5. And then I'm gonna add to this position once we consolidate and prove that we're gonna go to the upside. All right, let's see how it goes. Looking good. Looking good. Let's see how it goes. I'm risking previous day low zone. It's my first. Is my risk is the previous day low zone. And I want that gap fill play. That's what I want. I want the gap fill play. Now, I want to see us start wicking around this area. I want to see us start wicking. I want to see this red candle start wicking. I want to see bottom wicks. So attempts to go lower, and I want to see buyers holding this wick up. Okay, that's what I want to see. And that's going to give me conviction to add 5 more contracts to this play. Because right now I'm half size and I'll be ready to stop if it doesn't hold around this zone. But if we start attempting lower and then we start wicking and showing buyers present, I'm going to add 5 more contracts and potentially 5 more contracts from there. So let's see how it goes. All right, I want to see a nice hold here. So far, nothing wrong with this trade. I like it. Let's see what happens. And then either it works or it doesn't. We're going to accept the outcome either way. Okay. But what I want to see is I want to see some nice holds here. Nice holds. See how this wick presented itself? And this wick, I want to see this wick. I want to see a nice wick and a flip. I want to see a nice wick and a flip, just like this green candle right here. I want this thing to turn green after it wicks me below. That's what I want to see for a hold. And I'm gonna add 5 more to this position. Finger on the trigger here. Finger is on the trigger for another add, but I want to see a hold. So far, setting up very nice. Now I want to see sort of this trend line being broken. Every day it's the same thing. We see the same patterns every single day. You just got to learn to recognize them. Okay. Now we broke above our zone. We held above our zone and now we're flagging above our zone. So I just want to see a nice flip and a curl. And then I'll add to this position once we start making these around this area. When we start breaking this area with conviction, I'm going to add 5 more. It's the same play every single day, whether it be downside or upside. It's the same play every day. Just got to recognize the patterns. That's all it is. We accept our risk, we regroup, and we take the next best trade. But for now, this is looking beautiful. It's holding really nice above our zone. It's wicking like I want to see. Like I love that wick right there so far. Let's see what happens. I want to see us break this zone. I'll even draw it up for you here. Around this zone right here, I want to see like a little curl above that zone. Then I'm going to be adding to that position. Let's see, it's looking great. I love that hold. I love that hold. Finger's going to be on the trigger to add 5 more. But of course, if we fail and close and look weak, I'm going to get out. No biggie. Anything can happen. But I like the look of it. So far, it's looking great. So let's see. So far, this is scenario one playing out. The previous day low reclaim long. So now we just want to see some confirmations come in before we add. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. So far, we're holding that level nicely. But now I want to see some wicks. I want to see us break this flag, and then I'll add 5 more. Let's see what happens here. So far, I really like the slow controlled retest. That's exactly what we want to see on this retest. And I'll pull in my chart just so we can get a better illustration of what I'm looking at. So this is basically scenario one playing out, right? So we want to see this flag break just like this. I want to see this break. But so far, we're above the 13. We're retesting the previous day low, and we're slow and controlled. This is what I want to see. But of course, if we close below our level here, I'm going to get out, and then I'll regroup, and then we'll take the next best trade. But for now, this is looking okay. And I want to watch what happens at this 13 and this level here. I want to see us hold this level. Let's see. Let's get a nice hold around this zone, and I'll be looking to add to my position. Like around here will be a nice add spot. Oops. Like around here. This be a good add spot. Okay, and it's looking like we want to hold right now. So let's see. This is the 13 EMA on the chart, average. Yeah, so this is great. I want to see a little bit more of a hold here, and then I'm going to be looking to add to this position. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This is looking great. I want to see a curl and a break above this flag, and then I'm going to add 5 more. Let's see what happens. I don't want to be early on this. I want to see this 2-minute candle close and hold above our level or a nice surge. I want to see some strength. And I'm going to add to this. If we break below this zone, I might exit and re-enter. So let's see. Either way, I'm ready for either scenario. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. See what happens. Finger's going to be on the trigger here. Not yet. Not yet. Let's see. Let's see. 10 seconds on this candle. See if this fails. Now, if we break below, I'm out. This can be my little zone. If we break below, I'm out. And then if we reclaim, I'll get back in. But I'm not gonna stay and see what happens. I wanna be able to be nimble. I wanna have a small loss so I can re-enter again. That's why we go half position in on the starter. We never go full position because I don't want to be oversized and losing too much on my first trade. That's what I don't want. Let's see what happens here. Looks like I might get out pretty quick here, but let's see. Maybe we hold. This is the zone. This is previous day low. So this is the zone that we need to hold. But if we break below, I'm going to be out. It's battle zone. Wants to hold. But if it doesn't, I'm going to be out. And then I'm going to be looking at what happens here because we got multiple scenarios that are going to be playing out here. Let's see. Any second now. All right. I'm out. I'm out. All right. First loss. All good. Regroup. So I'll tell you guys exactly what I was looking at. I love that trade. I don't mind that at all. So we got first scenario here, previous day low hold right here. That was beautiful though. Like just didn't work. So scenario two now is we fail this previous day low zone and then we go back down to pre-market low. Okay. But if this reclaims down holds, I'm gonna re-enter. So two scenarios. But let's see what happens here. Keep watching. By the looks of this thing, though, it's not gonna hold, but never know. Let's see. Yeah, so the Qs is also failing. SPY. I don't think SPY holds this level, but never know. I think we would have saw more holds here if it's gonna hold. I really don't see this holding now, but we would have seen a little bit more if it was gonna hold. So I don't know. I don't think it holds, but never know. If it reclaims and looks strong, I'll get back in. Let's see. Okay. That looks like a nice hold. I want to see a closure though. We got 2 seconds left on this candle. Okay, that's a good close. Let's see. Might re-enter here for another 5. I want to see what happens here. That was a nice hold. Or was that a fake hold? Let's see. Finger on the trigger for another buy. But let's see. It's trying. She's trying, but she's also stalling. So let's see. See what happens here. We're trying to break that flag line, but let's see a hold though. I want to see a hold. So we broke back above that 13 EMA and we closed above. So that was good. Now, if this candle holds, I'm going to add 5 and try to get a reclaim entry here. Okay, 5 more here. I'm going 5 here. Now if we get another again, like, this is a starter, so if we get a hold, I'm gonna add 5 more. But if she doesn't hold, I'm gonna get a quick stop out. Ooh, there we go. Nice spike. Okay. Beautiful spike. Let's see. I might add 5 more soon. I wanna see a little bit of consolidation and a retest and some wicks though before I add another 5. So let's see what happens. That was nice. I like the look of that. That was strong. But I need to add 5 more because I'm only half in right here. Okay. So we broke that up trend line or that bull flag trend line. So that's nice. Now we got this wick here that we need to clear. So let's see what happens. We need to see some holds and I'll add 5 more. See, because I want a total of 10 contracts here, but I don't want to be buying up here. I want to see a little bit of consolidation and some wicks. And then once we start seeing some holds, then I'll add 5 more. See what happens. So far, first long attempt did not go well. Maybe I stopped out a little premature, it looks like, but I just don't want to be in too much drawdown. So I don't mind the quick stop because it allows me to get back in. So let's see what happens. I do really like the look of this. Let's see if I want to add 5 more here. I want to see this hold. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow. I'm out. I'm out. What was that? Let me guess. More news. Holy man. Wow. What the F was that? That was news for sure. Like, that's crazy, man. These news-driven events, man, like, it's just hard. It's hard with the news. You get one tweet, Trump, if any of Iranian ships come anywhere close to our blockade, they will be immediately eliminated. Of course, Trump. Oh, goodness. These tweets, man, these tweets. I kind of want to get back in again because it's holding. It's looking good. So let's see. I want to let this thing settle for a second in case he makes another stupid ass tweet. Let's see. Thanks, Trump. Thanks, Trump. The Trump market. It's funny because traders talk about the Trump market when he was first in. They're just saying how crazy it was because of all his tweets. Let's see if I want to retake this. Let's see. Like, it looks good, but, like, what's is he gonna tweet something, you know? Like, I like this, but what's the market think of that news when Trump's saying he's gonna eliminate every target? I don't know. I do wanna give it one more attempt, but kinda wanna see how we digest that news here. Let's see. Like, that was looking so nice until that tweet. So nice till that tweet. Let's see if we get a hold after that tweet. Let's see what happens because I still love the chart, but how does the market feel about that tweet? Like, this is holding nice, but does the market like it? So far, it looks good. Let's see. See if we get a hold here. Might start here with 5 more. Let's see. So far, it looks okay. I'm gonna add 5 here. Okay, we're starting 5. And if we can hold and consolidate above this box, I'm gonna add 5 more. Let's see how it goes. I still wanna see that previous day high zone. That's my zone that I wanna hit. So, pull it in here and I'll show you. Previous day high zone is up here, so I wanna hit that zone. It's kinda what I'm looking for here. So we're holding nicely. That stupid Trump tweet got me out, but this hold is really nice. This curl is nice. This bull flag break is nice. So I love like normal day. It looks great. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what happens. I might add 5 more here. This is looking good. 5 more. Total of 10 contracts here. So the curl is looking nice. Like everything about this chart is looking nice. I would take this all day long, but is Trump going to make a stupid tweet again mid trade? I don't know. Let's see. So far, it's looking good. I like the way it looks. Let's see. Let's get a little bit of movement, a little bit of movement. And then at 2R on my trade, I want to see a de-risking of half of my position. You will hear the alarm bells if we reach that. Let's see. So far, I mean, the curl is looking nice. Everything about this chart looking great. But man, is it ever tough with this war. It is tough. Every day we get some tweets that just make this tough. But like if you look at the 15 here, it's looking really good. Like we had a nice big closure above, huge closure above, a little retest, beautiful hold on that 15. So should have a nice curl up. If this play doesn't work though, I'm going to close it down for the day because clearly I would not be reading it right if this play does not work. So let's see. Clearly today would not be my day if this doesn't work because I've been trading really well lately and I've been reading the markets well, but some things are out of my control. But I mean, this is looking great. Like if we hold this zone now, I kind of want to add 5 more because this is a beautiful looking curl and we're holding the zone nicely. But I want to see a little bit more. A little bit more. Let's see if this zone holds. Might look to add pretty soon. Let's see. We need some continuation though. We need some movement. We need it to be real. So far, it's been a little choppy because of Cheeto Man just keeps making stupid tweets. Now, if we retest this 13 EMA and have some nice holds, I'll add to this. Let's see if this 13 holds here. Let's get a nice wick off this zone so I can add to this position. Let's see what happens at this 13 EMA. Let's get a nice hold here. Then I'll add 5 more. 3 seconds left on this candle. 1. Okay, next candle. Let's see what happens here. We need around this level to hold. Let's see. We're right at the 13 EMA. Might add 5 more. He's trying to hold, battling. Let's see. Finger on the trigger here to add 5. But I want to see some strength. I want to see some strength here. I don't want to see us fail, obviously. Okay, let's see if we can flip here. See if we can flip this candle. We need a nice hold here on the 13 EMA so I can add 5 more contracts. And I want to see a nice flow into our previous day high zone. Let's see if I want to add 5 more here. All right, I'm going to add 5 more right here. You can see my ads. 1, 2, 3. All after we broke this bull flag upside. This was my first attempt. I got out on this tweet. Trump tweet got me out. And then I started averaging back into my position. I'm definitely full now, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. If this area doesn't hold, then probably call it for the day. But I don't know. Everything about this chart looks good, but just never know. So uncertainty with the markets, man. Like these days with Iran and the war and every freaking 2 minutes Trump tweets, it makes it tough. But the chart is saying everything is intact and it looks good. So let's just see. Let's see what happens. We need a nice hold and a nice strong move up. That's what we need here. We need to curl up. And then if we curl up, I got 15 contracts. So I'll take about 10 off at our 2R zone. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I want to see around this zone right here. I want to see that. Let's see, like if I'm in full size, I don't really want to let this thing go past too much more here. Let's see what happens here. Let's get a nice strong push up. This is looking great. Like normal day, this is looking great. I like the look of this chart, but we need some continuation. And ideally, I want to see this. I want to see this high get taken out. That would be that'd be nice if we can get this high. We need this high broke. Like we need a nice strong move past that high. That's what we need. But if again, like if this fails, I'm gonna close it down for the day. It's just not gonna be a day I want to be putting on much more risk because normal days this flows a lot better. So let's see. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Make it real. Make it real. Don't play. Now, I like how we broke those highs, but we need to close above these highs now. Let's go. See what happens here. Let's get a little bit of movement and I'll remove some of my position so I can just slowly start piecing out. But let's see what happens here. We got 15 seconds left on this candle. We are breaking the highs. We are curling nice off that 13 EMA. I want to see a nice push past this level now. I want to see some conviction. I want to see some strength. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So far looking great. Okay, we close above that level. Just barely. Let's see what happens here. I want to see us wick off this level. That was a nice move. Now, if we can wick above this level, this will give me extra confidence that we're likely going to hit our zone here. So far looking beautiful. So far looking beautiful. I like the look of this. Let's see though. Now, I need this candle to flip green. I want to see this candle flip green. I want to see a nice wick and flip green. Let's see. Like, I would love like, if this candle wicked and flipped green, I would love to add a little bit more to this position. That would be a nice hold, but so far, it's not looking great. It's not looking great so far. Don't wanna see that failure come in. Debating getting out. That was looking so nice. Alright, I'm gonna get out of that because that does not look good. I don't like how he failed, how hard that failed. Yeah, I don't like the how hard that failed. I was up almost 3 something on that position, but I wanted to see a little bit more upside. I don't know, man. I might keep it like this for the day. What do you think? Chop? Choppy?
I don't know.
Looking choppy to me. Should have not slammed down like that. That was a nice looking play. Irish Nichols. You almost going to school?
For like 7:40 something.
Yeah.
For like the time.
7:45. 7:49.
Or 7:50.
7:50.
It's not even 8 yet. So.
He's gone. Little T's gone. Man, choppy. Like that looks so good. Look how good that looked. Like maybe I should have de-risked a little bit on that pop, but like that's nothing. Like I can't take it off that quick. It wouldn't make sense. I did hit a 2R, 2, 2, 3, but like I wanted to see movement past that high. Just too choppy, man. Like this 13 is trying to hold again, but just seems a little uncertain. Seems a little uncertain, and my loss is controlled right now, so I don't want to balloon this up too much by getting chopped alive. So I think that stop was good because it doesn't look like it's gonna hold to me at all. Looks like we might set something else up. But I mean, for now, like we got this big resistance zone right here, clearly that we need to break. So this 13 looks like it wants to hold again. I'll take one more stab at it. I don't know. I don't know. It's trying again. It's trying again at these highs. There it is. Man, another nice 13 hold, but like, damn, that slam down was just not. That just looked like it was gonna fail so hard. But I mean, like, look at the 13 hold all morning. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just not reading it right today. That news tweet tripped me out a little bit. So I don't know. Kind of missed that entry, the re-entry. So I might just be on hands for a bit. See if this slams down again. It's choppy. Like it's stair stepping up, but it's choppy on the way up. But I mean that 13 is holding the entire day after that reclaim, after that Trump tweet, it's been holding. But I might have prematurely got out there based on the size I was in. I just didn't like that 2-minute slam down at all. High of day failure and then slam down. I didn't like it. But so far it's looking good. It was a harder read this morning for sure. Stupid Trump tweet, man. Stupid Trump tweet. I had such a nice entry. I had a beautiful entry. Entry, add, Trump tweet, exit, back in, slam down. Trump tweet sketched me out. So the slam down sketched me out, but like, I mean it's flowing decently nice now, choppy-ish, but 13 is holding. I don't think I can re-enter this now. Like we're close to gap fill, we're close to my zone. Like the previous day high target is up there, but like the gap fills right here. I already had great entries. The slam down took me out, the Trump tweet took me out, so I don't know. I don't think I'm getting back in. It's really unfortunate because I had the right read. It was such a nice read. I had great ads, but that fucking Trump tweet, man, sketched me out today. Damn it. That's too bad because that would have been a great winner today. Would have made back these losses and some. But I'm just gonna maybe have to accept defeat today. And I'm not reading it 100% because of this news stuff. So I don't want to balloon this red day more than what it is. This is kind of my max loss area. So I might leave it here. It's too bad, man. Like I read this perfectly. This is such a nice read. Look at this shit. Beautiful. That's too bad. That's too bad. But it is what it is. It is what it is. There it is. Right read, wrong execution today. That's too bad, man. That Trump tweet took me out because frick, that would have been beautiful. That would have been beautiful. Yeah, I can't chase this. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, unfortunately. Unless something big happens and then we get a previous day low failure below and this uptrend line gets broken, then maybe I'll re-enter something, but I can't chase it up here now. It's over. It is over for me. Sick read, though. Sick read. Minus that stupid tweet. It was a sick read. I mean, just to show you how the system works, it works so well. The system works so well. Like 15-minute close above our level is the confirmation. 2-minute retest is what we look for the entry, kind of like we did here. Beautiful bull flag break and starter add. Trump tweet gets me out, but then like management wise, this would have been just beautiful. 13 EMA. That's typically what we do. We ride it up. That was really nice. I read it right, so I can't be too mad. We'll get it. We'll get it back tomorrow. All good. All right, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go chill with my kid before he goes to school. Rory, short unboxings. Appreciate you being on. Wish I could have caught a winner for you. I know. It is a shame because I read it fucking beautifully. So it is what it is. It is what it is. This is the market. This is what happens daily. So just gotta adapt, man. That's all it is. Had a sick week last week, and it's just getting better. These tweets don't freaking help. These tweets do not help at all. At all. But we'll be back at it tomorrow. Rory, have a great day, bro. And if you're on tomorrow, I'll be on. All right. Peace.